Hey everybody, Felliboy here, and I would like to talk today about the Wimbledon draw and seedings and potential opponents for the top players. So let's start right up. So as a first seed, there's Novak Djokovic, and his draw looks pretty tough. With in the first round, Philip Kohlschreiber, in the second round, possibly Hewitt or Nieminen. And then Bernard Tomic, Kevin Anderson, Kei Nishikori in the quarterfinals, Stanislas Wawrinka in the semifinals, and Federer in the finals. So, Djokovic can beat anybody on a good day, but some people can't hit right through him, like Wawrinka did in the French Open. Maybe Anderson can serve really well, and Federer really can't win. In my opinion, Wimbledon, because he's just too old. So Djokovic has a tough draw, but not really many surprises. Not really anybody can push him to make it a 5-setter, and maybe 4, but not really to win. So let's move on to Andy Murray's potential opponents. So Andy Murray's potential opponents from the round 4 and over are Jo-Wilfried Tsonga in the 4th round. So that's a pretty tough 4th round. In the quarterfinals, Nadal or Ferrer. So Nadal is probably the wild card in the seedings because he's 10th and he's really better than 10th in my opinion. And Ferrer is a tough opponent, but probably won't beat Nadal. So I'm saying that all in the quarterfinals. That's the toughest quarterfinals you have to face, because she's a 2-time Wimbledon champion. She can really play well, and she's probably the toughest one. In the semifinals, Federer. If Murray can beat Nadal, Federer is a pretty easy semifinal, because Federer in a 3 out of 5 isn't the Federer he used to be, and he might as well just forfeit the match, because Murray is a really tough customer and Nadal too. So, and final Djokovic. If he passes Nadal and Federer, he's gonna have to face Djokovic, and I wouldn't think Djokovic would be beaten by Murray just because of fatigue, because Nadal and Federer and Tsonga is a really tough draw. So Murray from the 4th round up to the final has a really tough draw, probably tougher than Djokovic. Okay. Then Nadal's path on the 4th round if seeds hold. Ferrer, Murray, Federer, and Djokovic. That's a tough draw, because you pretty much have the third in the world, the second in the world, and the first in the world. Quarters, semis, and finals. So that's a tough one. Ferrer is pretty easy on grass. I mean, maybe a 4th setter if he plays badly, but after that you have Murray. I would put my money on Nadal, but that's only my opinion. And Federer is really bad against Nadal, so I put my money on Nadal too, maybe in 3 sets or 4. And against Djokovic, we really don't know, but I would put my money on Djokovic. So Nadal has the easiest draw for me in the three players. So Federer, where's Federer? So Federer has in the first round Damir Dzumhur, and in the second round Andres Seppi. Okay, no, Andres Seppi. So really, it's not a tough draw, but it's a tricky one. Dzumhur is really easy, but I mean, he can push through it, and I think he has Nadal or Federer in the semi-finals. That's really tough, and Djokovic in the final. So Federer for me isn't a contender really. Maybe he can string a few wins, but maybe a semi-final. Yeah, maybe a semi-final, lose against Nadal. So that's my opinion. My predictions, okay, will be that Novak Djokovic will win against Rafa Nadal in the finals. Okay, so that's my prediction. As for Milos Raonic, the Canadian player, I think he's gonna lose in the quarterfinals. So that's my prediction. I think that if there's a dark horse in a tournament, I would put it on Feliciano Lopez, 15th seed, because he has a nice turn volley, a nice serve. She's pretty much a Wimbledon type player. And Ivo Karlovic too, for me, a 23rd seed. I mean, he can do some real damage for it. So now some first round exits, upsets, I would put in that category. I don't think it's gonna happen, but David Ferrer, David Goffin, Tommy Robredo, and Leonardo Mayer, maybe Pablo Cuevas, Guillermo Garcia Lopez are pretty much my top upsets that can happen in the first round, just because of their style of play, and all these players are pretty much clay court players, but except for David Goffin. So that's my opinion. I think that maybe they can be outserved in the first round by a guy like Sam Querrey maybe, or well, a big server. On the women's side, I'm not gonna waste too much time on that. I think Serena Williams gonna win again for I know 4th, 5th time, but I think she's gonna win against. I'm gonna put Petra Kvitova, the 2nd seed. Yeah, I'm gonna go 1 versus 2nd. I think she's gonna almost defend her title, but she will not. So that's my opinions on the Wimbledon Championships. I hope you're all gonna enjoy this video, and thank you for all my subscribers, because the 150 mark has been set. So thank you all, and see you next time.